Hey, let's do some lighting.
Yeah.
Today, let's tell a story about regaining your freedom.
Wow.
Our story begins with our friend, Mr. Hugh Saturation, in the office where he works at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. He's standing in front of his boss. He can see that his mouth is moving and he knows he's getting laid off, but all he can hear is the constant buzz of the fluorescent lights overhead. To get that fluorescent office look, let's use a single source of light from above and slightly in front of Hugh.
Yeah.
I'm choosing a color of off-white that is just slightly green. Fluorescent lights are white light, however, they have a lot of green light inside of that white light.
Ooh.
So, because of that green, they feel unnatural. Knowing how different lights function can help you make technical decisions that dovetail into emotional impacts. Now, back to Hugh. He blinks a couple of times, and when his eyes finally adjust, he finds himself standing outside of his former job, holding his box of things in his arms. He lets out a slow sigh, looking down. Then, after a moment, he draws in a breath of fresh air into his lungs. Then another. And another. He draws his eyes up, and they are met with a beautiful sunset. To make this sunset, I'll start by lighting the background. First, we'll add a warm amber color to the bottom, then a pinky magenta up above. This will create a gradient that feels like the sky during a dramatic sunset.
Ooh.
Seeing the sunset brings hope to Hugh, so we'll add a little bit of side light and a white backlight to give him that hopeful look.
Yeah.
So to keep the palette specific and make this all feel like it's together, I used the colors that I used on the background as the side lights for him. You can see the same little pinky light is coming from his left side, and then this ambery orange red light is coming from his right side. So that's those same colors back here, just on him, so that these things feel like they're a part of the same space. Then I added this little white backlight just to him, just because it gives him that little heroic, hopeful kind of look, and that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
This looks great. Now, let's look at that change again. Here's the office, and here's the sunset. Isn't that spectacular? Ooh! All right, I am late. I gotta go experience all the beauty and joy this world has to offer. Catch you next time. Whoosh!